So I think guys probably have their podcasts. And my encouragement for the most part is if you've got time in your life for silence, safeguard it. Don't just look to populate it with another podcast. But if you've just finished a podcast and are looking for a new one, you can certainly profit from a lot that are available in the Catholic space. But the one that I contribute to most is called God's Planning. But there are a bunch of good ones out there for sure. I'd say though, just as soon as your podcast listening becomes an evasion, or it becomes you looking to crowd out silence for fear of what might crop up, yeah, then maybe it's time to dial it down.
Well, I appreciate that's a very Exodus thing to do, right? As we were just giving up those kinds of things, for 90 days. So
Yeah.
yeah, yeah, let's not go hog wild in the Easter season. But speaking of which, I mean, it'd be good to talk a little bit about what's the spiritual focus of the Easter season. Now, I mean, our Easter 50 challenge is going to try to help with that, but I don't know if you just have any thoughts about like, well, how do we really have a good Easter season?
Yeah, I think so. I just think having a good Easter season is different than having a successful Easter season. I think success is largely associated with having kind of positive emotional and psychological experience of whatever task, and I think that like liturgical seasons are always a challenge, but they challenge us in different ways. Lent is a challenge in that it's an entry into the rigor and vigor of a penitential life. But yeah, I think there's a kind of rigor and vigor to a festive life as we find in the Easter season. And I think a lot of us will come to discover that we fail to be sufficiently festive because we're just kind of used to an ordinary time type setting, or if any kind of alternate setting, then maybe penitential setting, because those kind of settings make most sense while here on the surface of the earth. And to be festive in the plenary sense really only makes sense in heaven because we're not, I mean, like, yeah, we're just not there yet. And so I think a lot of people grow weary of the Easter season in pretty short order. But the season itself is supposed to challenge us, kind of orient our gaze towards heaven with the anticipation of a festivity which lasts forever and ever. And I think we're supposed to feel like the weakness of our flesh, the woundedness of our spirits, the kind of inability that we experience is educative. It's like pedagogical. It's like we're not there yet. We can't yet sustain the weight of glory which we're intended to sustain. So I'd say like don't focus so much on success